Good morning and welcome to a new video. And today we're going to recap month one of marathon training. Currently, right now in this very moment, we're in Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt on a holiday, and I think we've got a few days left. It's Sunday, so it's a long run day, but I thought I'd bring you along with me for some of the run and just talk through how the last 4 weeks of training has gone. So got my GPS, let's get going. So plan is this morning is to do about half an hour on my own, and then James is coming to meet me, and I'm not sure how long we're going to go for today. There wasn't like a set plan necessarily. I ideally would like to get anywhere between 90 minutes and 2 hours in today for the long run. I did do 16 miles last week, so I'm happy with that. And technically week 4 of 16, so 2 hours would be the ideal scenario, but not going to be too precious because we are on holiday. So by our hotel they've got this like man-made paths. We've got a cycle track here, and it's proven to be very useful for our training. Right now it's about a few minutes after 7 a.m. It's feeling quite cool, but I'm sure in an hour's time when the sun's come a bit further up, it's been about 18-19 degrees I think for our runs, which has been nice and warm and not too hot. Okay, so a roundup, recap roundup of training. In terms of running, we're running 4 times a week. In terms of overall mileage for a month, I think it's just over about 130. So I've been averaging over 30 miles a week. I think 32-33 miles per week has been the average, which I'm happy with, which is good. We have been doing 1 bike session a week, 1 cross training session a week, which I've kept up to, 2 strength sessions. Again, I've got 1 more to do today to make it like 2 every week. And stretching, something that's like made a huge difference is I've been stretching pretty much daily. I think I've missed 2 or 3 days in the whole of January. Really happy with that. And it's been a minimum of 10 minutes. Sometimes it's been a full-on yoga class, other times just 10-15 minutes following one of our routines on the platform or just doing my own thing. So yeah, training wise, in terms of stats, very happy with month one of training. We raced once, I think. I'll have to correct that if I'm wrong, but we did Fred Hughes 10, which we did a video on recently, and just a really positive experience. Wasn't a PB, however, I know I'm not in PB shape at the minute and I don't need to be right now, so yeah, that was really good. A couple of park runs I did one on New Year's Day, happy with how that one went, and then we did one a few weeks ago. Well, was it last weekend? Yeah, last weekend was meant to be another like faster park run, but they changed the course last minute and it was on grass, so that didn't pan out as we had hoped for, but that was okay. In terms of like any standout runs, I did a 12 by 400 session the week of Fred Hughes. Gave me like a whole new world of confidence, changed everything for me in a really good way. That was great. I did a 16 miler long run last weekend, which is like, happy to know that I can push back up to those distances. And the Fred Hughes was just, to feel as strong as I did, I am just, yeah, over the moon. So overall, like, training, performing well. The only thing that I'm finding difficult mentally is that the mileage and the training is not as, like, I'm not going as hard as, like, I'm used to. And but also this is like only the base part of the plan, so I have to remember that, is that I don't need to go all guns blazing just yet. Like, I'm working hard when I need to, but it is just a different style of training. But with that, with the reduced volume of running, I felt so good during my running, so I can't be unhappy with that at all, to feel good, like, not feeling sharp yet at all, but yeah, feeling good and feeling happy in my training, which is amazing to start the block off with. So things that have been going really well so far in this part of the block: strength training twice a week, going well, stretching daily, which has been going well, and also nutrition. We've been working with our nutritionist for the running hub, Health by Kerry. Both James and I have been following the plan, and for the first 3 weeks we've seen a huge difference. Feeling good, performing well, sleeping really well, and, you know, just those small tweaks. You know, we generally eat very well, but, you know, sometimes it's having a bit more discipline, fueling correctly. And a big thing for me is portion sizes. You know, I'd happily eat more if I could, so, you know, just making sure that I'm not overeating. But it's worked. I mean, apart from this week, we've not been following a nutrition plan at all, and yeah, definitely feeling the all-inclusive buffet now that we're getting to the end of our week here. So I'm actually looking forward to going back and being back on plan, if that's the thing. So found James. Found James. Joined for the run.
Hard to find. We arranged to meet at reception half an hour later.
Yeah, well, you know me.
True.
Can't go anywhere without seeing the Golden Arches. Just over 9 miles in, all going well so far. 6 for James. Yeah, feeling really good today. Just feels like I could just keep running and running at this kind of like easy pace, ploddy pace, which is a good sign. I think I'm gonna aim for like 12 to 14, seeing how we're on our way back now. In terms of this month, and despite everything being super positive this month, there's always hurdles in a block, and this month I think the biggest thing has been that mental thing. I've not felt it during the training, but when you take the moments to step away and reflect and think, am I doing enough? But I've committed to this approach, so I need to trust the process. And also, one of the reasons why we came back to the UK, I've said in another video, family member was unwell, and that family member unfortunately passed last weekend. So it's been a really difficult time emotionally, behind the scenes. James has been an amazing support and husband, and some very close friends. You me know who they are, checking in on me daily, which has been lovely. But the sunshine has had a massive impact and help in just trying to process everything and just being present whilst we're here. So there's a lot to process and digest, and especially over these next few weeks there will be. And I'm reading a good book at the moment, which is by a lady called Jen Scotney. She's coming on the podcast soon, so I'm reading the book. But she speaks at the very start of the book about losing her dad and her brother, and how grief and running, you don't use it to run away from your grief, but it's a very powerful thing in, we're getting claps from a random bus. But yeah, running, you don't use it to run away from your grief, but you use it as a tool to help process. And for me, it's been so good setting myself up every day by going for a run, taking time to think and reflect. Running has been such a massive part of my life, overcoming a lot of things, and it's brought me so many positive things too. The people, the lifestyle, the journey. I'm going to end it there before I start getting a bit too deep now, but thank you for joining me on this part on my TED Talk.
Right then, I've just finished off and left Katie to go finish her run. Just 8 miles for me for my long run this week. I am running indoors next week at 3,800 metres, so time to freshen up, ready for that. So I'm just going to jump on and give you the sort of coach's debrief of Katie's month. So we've started this year with some big goals. Now obviously a lot of the time when we talk of running and goals, we attach times to them, but I think one of the most important things, certainly for the first half of the year, is to sort of detach times. One of the big things we're working on with Katie is strength and confidence, really, and having that confidence to be able to go into these training sessions and races and be able to express herself and run free and basically perform at her best. And that's kind of the message we need to take into the training. So I know she would have mentioned to you her 12 by 400 session not so long ago. It was a strong session, and what we've tried to do this time with her training is essentially up the volume and up the load, but decrease the impact. So we've taken the running down a bit, but we've upped the cross training and strength. Now I heard her talking to the camera earlier about sort of double guessing herself and is it right, but I think whatever block you're in at this time in the block, you do start questioning yourself. But you know, the proof's in the pudding. 5 weeks in already, she had a good run at Fred Hughes. Again, we spoke about this on the podcast about detaching times and just running hard and running to feel, running confident. And then this week we've been away in the sunshine and more progressive steps forward. And it's very easy, we're talking to a lot of clients at the moment, with the London block, with London being a couple of weeks later than usual, to feel, I should be here by January, or that sort of thing. But actually, there's still quite a long time to go. So lots of things to look forward to. Katie's built quite a solid foundation through December and January, obviously off the back of Valencia as well. So what it does mean is in February we'll be able to really focus on working quicker than marathon pace or even half marathon pace, whereas when the volume is a bit higher and the body's got a bit more fatigue, we sort of work around the efficiency of marathon pace. But we've also got the National Cross Country in Parliament Hill, which is going to be a great experience for Katie. I know she'll be nervous